Perceptions are deceiving. We interact with the world and each other by interpreting the information we receive from our five senses. This process is called perceiving. We perceive ourselves and the world, and this is a very different experience to knowing the truth about ourselves and the world, making it up in our heads. The information we receive from the external world, like light reflected from an object, is converted into electrical impulses which are sent to the brain, where they are decoded, and an image is created of the object in our brains. This all happens in an instant, so we imagine that the image we see is the object we are observing outside of us. In fact, the image we see, and which we attach meaning to, is in our own heads. We automatically assign meaning to things we see in our heads, and we pass judgment on people, places, and experiences and things. The judgments we make, however, are not random. They are normally based on our past experiences with what we observe. Judging and criticizing is what we spend most of our waking day doing, and it is how we preserve what we believe to be true about ourselves and the world we live in. The price of wrong perception. Most people do not question this state of affairs and are content to accept this. But there is a price to pay for accepting your perceptions as truth. Because perceiving something is not the same as knowing the truth about it, we are in effect choosing to believe that what we see is reality. Holding fast to the notion that our perceptions are reality is bound to create problems for us. Most of the problems we encounter in our lives, by believing our illusions to be true, are pain, suffering, and disease. It is our reluctance to change that is causing the pain and suffering we experience. That is why pain, suffering, and disease are of our own making. All that is required to free ourselves of pain and suffering is for us to let go of our belief in the illusions we call reality. By using pain and suffering as indicators of wrong perception, however, we can choose to change our minds and free ourselves of beliefs that are detrimental to our health and our well-being. In our work as clinical hypnopsychotherapists, my wife Mary and I deal with people who come to us initially asking us to take away their pain, their mental and emotional anguish. Most of them are completely oblivious to the idea that it is in fact their erroneous belief system that is causing the problem in the first place. And it is only when they choose to change their minds that any progress can be made. Most come to us under the illusion that we are some kind of magicians that will whisk away their problems while they are under. This is not their fault, however, because most of them have formed their preconceived ideas about hypnosis and hypnotherapy based on stage shows by entertainers who wish to give the impression that they are the ones controlling the people on the stage. This, in fact, could not be further from the truth. Nobody controls you when you're in hypnosis. In fact, you are more in control of yourself in hypnosis than at any other time in your life. Primarily because in hypnosis, you are free to consider ideas that you would normally never entertain. Hypnosis to facilitate change. During your normal waking day, you judge whatever you hear and see based on what you believe to be reality. So if your reality is that you are suffering from a serious illness, then you are not going to accept any ideas that suggest anything that goes against this belief in your illness. As long as your belief system protects your illness, there can be no change. Doesn't it make sense, therefore, that in order to address the illness, you have to suspend your judgment in order to entertain a different belief about your health. Hypnosis enables you to suspend your judgment to the degree that you can entertain alternative perceptions, some of which may ideally even contradict the notion of your illness. By learning how to hypnotize yourself, you are taking responsibility for how you decide to perceive reality, and you are free to choose how you wish to perceive your problem. Life has no remote. Get up and change it yourself, was a message I read on Facebook. And though I like the message, it's easier said than done. Unless people are equipped with the tools and resources to change, they find it difficult to do so. So I'd like to go further and add to the message by proposing how each person can equip themselves with the necessary tools to effect the change they desire. Learning the art of self-hypnosis is a way to equip ourselves with the necessary resources to at least entertain the idea of change. Learning self-hypnosis. Mary and I both run our own private hypnopsychotherapy clinic here in Peel, in the Isle of Man. And before we begin therapy with anyone who seeks our help, we first require them to purchase and download from our website an audio we have specially developed that teaches them how to hypnotize themselves. One of the audio downloads is with my voice and the other with Mary's, depending on whether the person prefers to be treated by a male or a female therapist. We ask them to put the audio on their iPod or MP3 player and play it for at least a week to 10 days before starting their therapy. So when they come to us to start treatment, they are already in charge of their own recovery, and we are their facilitators in the psychotherapeutic process that effectively leads them to correct their self-perception. To find out more about this audio I refer to in this video, please visit our Manx Hypnosis fan page on Facebook, and please be sure to press the like button. For information about our other products which are not on our Facebook fan page, please visit our website downloads page at www.manxhypnosis.com. Please share this video if you find it useful, and thank you for watching.